guys, welcome to or back to my channel. Hey, I'm Ellen if you're new here, and I've been making a lot of fun chatty fashion content at the moment. I did a spring summer 25 trends that I'm loving that did really well, so if you are interested in fashion trends and fashion brands that you should know about or should be loving, then I'm your girl, so please remember to hit subscribe and stick around for future videos. In today's video we're talking about a whole bunch of mid-range fashion brands that are not Ganni, basically. So I feel like everybody is loving and lusting after Ganni and Ganni pieces at the moment. Ganni has definitely been very hyped in the UK for the past few years. When Ganni has a viral piece, I feel like it's what we see everyone wearing, and I feel like it almost could be to the brand's detriment because a lot of places are now duping Ganni, so it's going to basically make Ganni less desirable than it once was. However, there are obviously a whole bunch of other brands out there that have a Ganni sort of vibe to them. The same girl that loves Ganni will probably love all of these brands, but you get to stray away from like what everybody else is wearing, which is always quite nice. I am no means feel like Ganni is going anywhere. Ganni is a wonderful, very like sustainable, very like forward thinking fashion wise, very like exciting brand, and that is definitely still here to stay. But here are some alternatives if you're looking for brands like Ganni to fall in love with but aren't quite sure where to start. So one brand that I am absolutely obsessed with at the moment is Stina Goya. I actually bought a few pieces from Stina Goya recently in their sale. I absolutely love the brand. The brand is a Copenhagen based brand, just like Ganni, so it has a lot of the same quirky, fun aesthetics and same sort of like ethics as the brand Ganni, so runs quite like fluidly alongside Ganni in terms of the aesthetic of the brand. They mix a lot of playful patterns with really fun silhouettes, create this beautiful like self-expression clothing pieces in the same way Ganni does for both formal wear and casual wear, so they go across both. One thing I really love from the brand is that they use co-ords quite a lot, but in really interesting shapes. There was this beautiful blue co-ord they did last year that was just stunning. I'm gonna try and find it on Vinted possibly. I love a lot of their pieces, and I think they are a really fun brand to keep your eye on and also like invest in if you're invested in Ganni. Along with this, another Copenhagen based brand that I'm loving at the moment is Sabina Sommer. I have only recently discovered this brand and I'm absolutely obsessed. They again play with really fun silhouettes in kind of like classic silhouettes, but like modernized is how I would describe it. So they still do the bows and the puff sleeves and the ruffles and all the like things we love about brands like Ganni, but in this like really kind of classic almost way. They again have some beautiful co-ords and everything is really sort of like fun but also classic and elegant, which I really think is like very timeless, and these are pieces that will live on in your wardrobe and can definitely become sort of investment pieces for lack of a better. So moving away from the Copenhagen based brands and across the pond over to New York, we have to talk about Sandy Liang. I think Sandy Liang is probably a little bit of a higher price point than the previously mentioned brands and than Ganni, but it is definitely still in that mid-range rather than that sort of true high-end designer range. I feel like there are pieces within Sandy Liang's collections that are almost touching that high-end designer range, but overall you can buy a scrunchie for 90 quid. You can probably buy a Ganni scrunchie for a similar price, so there is a much of a muchness going on there. One thing I think is really great about is the accessories. So the aforementioned scrunchie, which was seen everywhere at Copenhagen Fashion Week last year. Well, this year technically, yeah, but last season. The big sort of floral scrunchie, so fun. My only issue is it's really hard to find in the UK, and you have to pay to get it shipped over from the US, which obviously incurs shipping costs definitely, and customs charges. So if you are buying from brands like Sandy Liang that are US based, sometimes it's a bit annoying, but the scrunchie, stunning. So there's little ways you can like invest in this like a designer like Sandy Liang without breaking the bank. And I like when brands do that. They give you like a really kind of key accessory that like is accessible to quite like, not everybody obviously, but a wide range of people, so you can invest and like self-express with the brand without spending the crazy price point and maybe having one of their like ready to wear proper pieces. You can just have a little accessory and dip a toe in like part of the brand, which I really love when brands do stuff like that. And I also think brands like Ganni are really, really good at doing that, like giving you like an accessible piece so everyone can feel like they're part of the brand. And then obviously having the more sort of higher price point pieces for people that can spend a little bit more, a bit more invested in the brand and the collection. I think Ganni do that really, really well with their t-shirt range. There's very accessible t-shirts and they're very sort of bold. Anyone can sort of invest in the brand in that way. I also don't think I could do this video without hopping back over the pond back to the UK and talking about Sezane and Mochi. Sezane and Mochi is I'm sure they're a UK based denim brand. 100% sure if they're UK based. Anyway, they're a sustainable denim brand who really focus on their ethical and sustainable practices when it comes to denim. If you didn't know, denim is one of the most sort of unsustainable fabrics in terms of its like how the process of how you make it. Making denim uses a lot of energy and a lot of water, so I would always highly recommend you buy your denim secondhand. But if you want to buy it new, I think there are some great brands out there, and Sezane and Mochi is a really great ethical and sustainable denim brand. They sell their pieces in Anthropology but also have their own website here in the UK. And one thing they blew up for last year was this gorgeous denim jacket with the massive collar, which was just so gorgeous. And I feel like their collection for autumn winter is very like Western cowboy inspired, and it's really fun and unique. So I would definitely recommend it. The price point is also really accessible, which is really great to see as well. It's like not crazy low that you're wondering like how the hell did these people who made it get paid, but it's that nice price point where everyone can sort of invest in a piece. Also, denim does last a really long time, and if you are investing in a piece of denim from them, you know it's gonna like live in your collection for a very long time, which is great. So talking about another denim, UK-based denim brand, we have to talk about Nudie Jeans. Nudie Jeans are a really cool denim brand. They've got a shop in Covent Garden, which is really great if you want to go try on their pieces. They are again a luxury but sustainable denim brand, and they focus purely on jeans really. Like that is their thing. I think they do dungarees and stuff as well, but mainly jeans. And one really cool USP of the brand is that they will fix your jeans forever. So you can genuinely have a pair of Nudie jeans and have them live in your wardrobe forever, because you can keep taking them back to the shop rather than having to go like to a tailor or something. Take them back to the shop and they will fix or change or tailor your jeans for you. They're in store. I think denim living on and on in your wardrobe, because there's a really accessible way to get it fixed and tailored, which is awesome, especially if you're somebody that lives in their jeans. Like I know Pete's got a pair and he like always wears jeans pretty much. He has like a few pairs of chinos, a few pairs of jeans, and like lives in these pieces, so his jeans do get like running to the ground. So it's a really sort of great way that you can keep that pair going on rather than having to buy a new pair and keep investing in that. So yeah, really cool brand. I've actually got a few purely shoe brands on the list. I love shoes. I would very much see myself as a shoe collector. I absolutely love shoes, so I picked 3 shoe brands to mention in this video. Obviously, when it comes to Ganni, they are well known for their cowboy boots and those sort of new buckle pumps that they're doing, but people love Ganni shoes. I do actually think Ganni shoes sit at quite a high price point as well for what they are, but I've got some alternatives if you don't want to buy Ganni shoes all the time. My favorite shoe brand, there is obviously a little bit of controversy around them in terms of sizing, but I always go for the ankle boots, and that is Miista. I love Miista shoes. They are a London-based design brand, but all their shoes are made in Spain, and they are beautifully made shoes with really like fun, unique silhouettes and colors and quirky elements to them. What I love about Miista so much is the unique styling of the shoes. Everything has really sort of fun blocky designs, and you can spot a pair of Miista shoes, and if you know, you know, you can tell exactly that that's that is a pair of Miista shoes if you know the brand, because of their like very, very unique silhouettes, which I absolutely love. They have a store in Duke of York Square on the King's Road where you can go and try on their pieces. I know that a lot of people don't like their knee-high boots because they're really, really thin and really, really like tight. Like they're not, there's no stretch to them at all. So a lot of people do comment on that. So definitely something to watch out for if you're buying the brand online. Another shoe brand which I've discovered fairly recently, and I'm definitely going to be getting myself a pair of loafers from these loafers to be exact, with the bows on. I'm absolutely obsessed with these, is Duke and Dexter, which are a London-based shoe house that focus mainly on like loafer brogue style shoes for both men and women. And what they're known for is their black and white brogues with these really, really cool designs on them. They're very much based around like I would say, like, is it mod culture, like the suits and the loafers? Would that be mods? Anyway, that sort of styling, that is kind of what they are like mostly like known for and tailored towards. So a lot of their designs are like tattoo inspired, which is really cool. But the two I love, they come out with ones with bows on and ones with cherries, and they sit around like 250 to 300 pounds, and they are all sort of like made to order, handmade in London, which I absolutely love about them. So unique, so fun. They also have a range that are hand painted as well, and you can go to their studio and have a pair like specifically made for you, which I absolutely love. And I feel like they're a beautiful, beautiful, really fun investment piece that's gonna like live on in your wardrobe and remain really classic and cool. I love them. These will not go out of style. Love it. Another brand that I think is really great for shoes is Bobbies, and I feel like there is always like space in this mid-range price point fashion market for the French like mid-range brands. Bobbies do beautiful, beautiful shoes. They are really well known for their Mary Janes, which are absolutely stunning. Again, Bobbies is through and through classic. There's no sort of quirk or like individuality to them. They are classic, like very just classic Parisian French styling, which is absolutely beautiful. And while we're speaking on Bobbies and French, classic French styling, I also think we need to mention Sezane. Sezane is having an absolute moment at the moment. Having a moment at the moment, and everybody is wearing Sezane. I think it's that like perfect price point that people can like almost like afford to invest in, because their pieces are such amazing quality. Again, so classic. It is that quintessentially classic French styling that Sezane do so well, and I think they come into their own a lot in this autumn winter period because they are well known for their coats and their knitwear being like absolutely stunning and insane quality. They've just opened up a store in Marylebone High Street, which I think is their first UK store. So they've got a couple of stores, I think Marylebone High Street and Bicester Village. So they've really like imprinted themselves on the UK market, and I think it's really working for them. Their pieces are absolutely beautiful. I think this video is getting quite long, so I want to talk about one handbag brand before I go. So I want to talk about Staud or Staud, I don't know how you say it, but they are an LA based handbag brand, and specifically I want to talk about their beaded Tommy bags. I recently picked up the sardine bag from them, which I absolutely love. I've been waiting for it for ages, but they have this beautiful range of like mid price point handbags. They're all beautifully beaded. They are made all by hand by like artisans and recycled beads. So they have like an ethical element to them. Obviously beading of that scale takes a really long time, so you do have to wait a long time for your bag. And also the price point is they're about £300 for the bag plus, so they are a higher price point. I know they've been duped by like Anthropologie and Primark, but there is no way, like that beading always needs to be done by hand. So I would always recommend going to a brand that is a little bit more expensive, just maybe, you know, you're getting a little bit of better quality when it comes to a piece like that. But it's a brand I would definitely recommend checking out if you love like the Ganni butterfly handbags. I feel like they're kind of quirky and fun and can really be like the main character in an outfit in the same way like the Ganni handbags can, where they're just really statement and fun. But these are like, I would say even more so. They are absolutely stunning, and I feel like they really like speak to who you are. Like they're really like, this is me, when you've got one of those handbags, because they come in so many different varieties that there's almost like one for everybody, which I absolutely love. So yeah guys, that is all my fashion brands I wanted to talk about for this video. I honestly could keep going, but we don't want this video to get too long and boring, so I really hope you've enjoyed it. Everything will be linked down below if you're interested in any of these brands, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye guys.